Testing, testing, testing. Am I working? All right, looks like we're good. Welcome, Rampage fans. Saturday afternoon game between your Rampage and Colorado Thunderbirds. This is our first meeting of the season. Boys are wearing blue today. Logan Minsick's going to be your starting goalie this afternoon. Before we get going, big happy birthday shout out to Hugo's mother, Kelly. Turned 21 today. Very exciting. It's like starting for the Rampage, you're going to have Huddy, Dottie, and Hostler with Coop and Sherm. Like I mentioned before, you've got Logan Minsick in net. Get ready for the face-off. All right, face-off's down. Thunderbirds come away with the puck. They try to head up the middle of the ice, get a shot, which was deflected, blocked down in the corner. Whew. They were able to get a quick shot off. Actually went through Minsick's legs and off the far post. Thunderbirds coming out, shooting the puck. Rampage trying to break it out. Dottie makes a nice little chip over to Coop. Coop hits the brakes. It's swallowed up by a few Thunderbirds players. They're just going to elect to try to dump it in and change, but it looks like there was an offsides. On the ice for the Rampage, we've got Bassey, Stacy, and Lewis, Mindy and Markey. It's going to be a center ice face-off again. Referee doesn't like the puck. Looks like we're going to go for a new one. Looks like he's got the right tool for the job. Face-off's down. Thunderbirds dump it in. Mendy takes a big hit from behind the net. Rampage trying to break the puck out of zone. Mendy's up on his feet, able to shoot the puck down the ice. Going to result in an icing. Let's go, Rampage! The fans are just lining up here outside the door. On the ice, we've got a catcher. It's like Brody and Bassey stay on the ice. Maybe just a center change there. We've got Nikki and Christy. Thunderbirds work it low to high. They go D to D, try to get a shot to the net. Blocked down in front. Christy battling behind the net. Catcher comes in, offers some support. The puck goes around the far side to Brody Lewis, who just shoots it down the ice, which is going to result in an icing again. So Rampage will get change of players. Looks like it's going to be Hudson, Bogey, and Pasta up front with Sherm and Coop on the back end. Hudson's able to get the puck back to Coop. Coop comes around the other side. Pasta tries to get a little chip. Thunderbirds D is able to hold it in. Sherman gives a hit, takes a hit. Hudson comes in, takes a hit as well. Thunderbirds trying to work the puck out to the front of the net. Great defensive play. Rampage able to clear the zone. Thunderbirds try to clear the zone. Goes to Hudson. Hudson's advancing down. He's pretty much taking on the whole team, it looks like, down that wall there. Tries to get the puck out in front. Thunderbirds were able to come away with it. They're looking to break out up the ice. Looks like got a change. Grayson Stacy had jumped on the ice, was able to disrupt. Rampage have control of the puck down in the offensive zone. Thunderbirds trying to break it out. Jacob Blue steps up, forces the player to make a decision with the puck, and he shoots it out of the rink. So on the ice now for Rampage, you've got Bastine, Jacob Blue, and Grayson Stacy up front. Looks like Mendy and Markey on the back end. Puck comes back to Markey. He gets a shot towards the net. It's partially deflected. Bastine giving chase down in the corner. Thunderbirds looking to break out and try to get up. Mendy's able to hold the line, gets it back in deep. Thunderbirds looking to break out behind their net. Try to work it up the boards. Mendy was there to intercept it. He goes back down deep. Goes to Jacob Blue, makes a pass out to Stacy. Kind of runs out of real estate there, has to chip it down deep. Bastine and Lou battling. Thunderbirds able to come away with the puck. They're heading up the ice. They make a cross ice pass. Fanned on a shot, but still maintain control. Thunderbirds are down below the net. And go up to low to high, up to the defenseman. Gets a shot, gets partially deflected, goes wide. Thunderbirds coming out, trying to make a pass towards the front of the net. Menzik's able to knock that one away. Thunderbirds get a wide angle shot on net. Logan's able to catch that in his glove, and we're going to have a whistle. Coming on the ice for Rampage looks like Huddy Dottie Hostler with Nikki and Christie on the back end. Faceoff's going to be to Logan's left. Puck ends up behind the net. Hostler got it. A little bit of a fan. Hudson was there to clean that up. Puck comes out of the zone. Thunderbirds looking to try to break back in. Nikki breaks that up. Able to get across the blue line. Hostler's there to pick it up. Advance the puck a little bit deeper. Thunderbirds finally get possession of the puck. Try to break it out. What a clean pass. Nikki was able to disrupt that. Or I'm sorry, Christie was able to disrupt that. Now the Thunderbirds have the puck. They're going to dump it in. Puck goes in deep. Hostler coming to get a chase. Hostler lays a big, brutal check. Puck ends up on the other side. Rampage with control now. Just looking to get it up the ice. Good lofty shot by Nikki there just to get it out of danger. Able to make a change. Looks like you got Coop and Sherm coming on defense. Coop makes a great play in front of the net to disrupt that. Thunderbirds trying to take it to the net. They shoot it wide. Dottie over battling along the boards. Thunderbirds able to get the puck out in front. They get a good shot off. Looks goes wide. Dottie laying the body here close. This near corner here. Rampage trying to get the puck out. It's over on the far side. Comes up to the point. They go D to D. Thunderbirds looking to get a shot towards the net. Sherman's able to get a stick on that, keeping it away from Logan. Puck ends up on the far side. Looks like Lewis battling down there. Gets it up to the point. Vassy trying to battle with that defenseman. Finally, Lewis comes away with the puck. Thunderbirds able to get possession, head back into the Rampage zone. Goes behind the net. Markey tries to work it up to the boards. Thunderbirds come away with the puck. They try to do a centering pass. Goes all the way down the ice. Obviously will not result in an icing. Thunderbirds looking to break the puck up. Get the puck across the neutral zone. They enter with some speed. They try to make a move. Markey, great defensive play there. Thunderbirds still pressing. They're behind the net. They get the puck out in front. Oh, a little bit of a pinball out in front there. The Thunderbirds come away with a goal. So it's going to be 1-0. Thunderbirds. We got 10 minutes left in the first period. Try to turn this app on here. See if I can get the score up on the screen for you guys. All right, face off down. Looks like we got Bogey, Huddy, and Lewis out on the ice. Looks like Lewis took a penalty. Your Rampage are going to be on the penalty kill. Coming on the ice, you've got Bastien.
Let's go, Christy!
You've got Stacy, Bastien up front, Christy and Nikki out on the back end. Thunderbirds come away with the puck off the face-off. They get a shot to the net. They have possession. Trying to work the perimeter. They bring it from low to high up to D. They go D to D. Fans on a shot. Ultimately gets a shot. Nikki was able to block that one. Shot from the point goes wide. Rampage doing a pretty good job of keeping things out on the perimeter here. Nikki's going to get possession. He's going to shoot her around the boards, try to get out. Grace and Stacy able to get a stick on it, forcing Thunderbirds to have to regroup. They try to make a long pass catching Rampage in a change. Ultimately ends up in an icing. About 45 seconds left. In this penalty kill for the Rampage, you've got Huddy and Dottie as your forwards with Coop and Sherm. Face-off's going to be a Thunderbird goalie left, down in their defensive zone. Referee and scorekeeper having a conversation. Being squared away. Not sure what the issue is here. Referee touching base with the coaches. Not sure if it's a score clock issue. It's hard to tell what the extended delay is here. Rampage have 2 penalties up on the clock. I'm not really sure. They've got 4 skaters out. Not sure what's going on with that, but the puck's down. Thunderbirds try to get out of their zone. Sherm shoots it back down the ice. Thunderbirds have to retreat behind their net. They look to go D to D. They make a breakout. They're heading down into the Rampage end. Thunderbirds player hits the brakes. Dottie stays with them. They're able to work the puck from D to D. They get a shot off that goes wide. Goes back to the Thunderbirds D. He's coming down the boards. Coop's able to step up. Their defenseman's able to hold the puck in. They're going to work it down low. Sherm tries to go way a hit. Thunderbirds player comes away with the puck. They work it back up to the D. Get a pass out to the middle of the ice. Try to get a shot towards the net. It ends up going wide. A little bit of chaos in front of the net. Puck ends up over here on the near side. Thunderbirds with possession of the puck behind the Rampage net. They work their way out in front. A little bit of a scissor cycle there. Thunderbirds go back to work behind the Rampage net. Coop battling hard there is able to get puck, move it over to the other side. Looks like this D group look pretty tired. Trying to get the puck out of the net. Thunderbirds are able to hold it in. They get a shot towards the net. They come away with possession. They're trying to work towards the middle of the ice. Coop steps up. There's a big hit. Thunderbirds. They come away with possession down low. They work the puck up high. Gets partially blocked in front. I think Sherman a little bit exhausted at this point. Just wanted to get a whistle to get off the ice. Shoots it down. It'll be result in an icing. Rampage were able to kill off that penalty. They're back to full strength. On the ice, looks like you've got catcher Lewis and Vassallo with Mendy and Markey on D. I think Rampage Coach Shippey is trying to juggle the lineup a little bit, see if we can create a spark. Thunderbirds looking to break the puck out. Jumps over a player's stick, ends up down for an icing. We'll have a face-off to the Thunderbirds goalie's right. And about 7 minutes left in the first period. Rampage down 1-0. Same group of players on the ice for the Rampage. Catcher Vassie and Lewis. Mendy and Markey. To reset, do this one all over again. A little bit of a stalemate there on the draw. Thunderbirds shoot it down into the corner. They are able to get possession. They look to head up the ice, break it out up on the boards here. Look to go into the middle. Pass doesn't connect. Mendy gets it. He shoots it up the boards trying to get catcher on an indirect pass. Vassie comes away with the puck. Thunderbirds get possession. They're able to shoot it out. Catcher gets it. Looks like it's going to be a dump and a change. Coming on the ice, you got Bastine, you got Jacob Blue, and looks like Grayson Stacy. Looks like we've got an offsides here. On defense, going to be Christy and Nikki. We got Stacy, Bastine, and Lou. Face off one back to Christy. Christy shoots it in. A little bit of a log jam up on the boards there. Rampage trying to work. We got the puck down low. Thunderbirds look to try to clear it out. The player steps up, makes a good play on Nikki. They come in and get a shot. Christy's able to keep them to the outside. Logan's able to manage that one pretty easily. We have a face-off in the Rampage zone. We got 6 minutes left. Same group of players out on the ice for Rampage. Rampage able to get the puck back. Christy's going to shoot it around the boards. Jake gets a stick on it, gets out. Here we go. Jacob Blue heading down the boards. He's got his head up looking for something in the middle. Thunderbirds are able to get possession of the puck and break it out. Coop's back. Hits the brakes. Starts heading up the ice. He's got his head up, looking for a pass. Just make a sauce pass. Ends up in the stomach of the Thunderbirds player. They're able to get possession back. Looking to break up the ice. Haas being disrupted there for a second. Thunderbirds are able to get the puck back. They just chip it across the blue line softly. Sherman tries to step up. Thunderbirds are able to come in off the boards there, trying to go low on Logan, but Logan was up for the challenge. He covers the puck. It's going to be a face-off. In the Rampage zone, you've got Huddy, Haas, and Dottie up front. Looks like Coop and Sherm on the back ends. Puck comes back to Coop. Coop looks to shoot it up the boards, takes a good Rampage bounce. Dottie comes up with the puck. So you get a pass out front. Haas takes a big hit in the corner. Thunderbirds looking a little bit of a tangle up down in the zone. I'm not sure the ref was standing right there and just lets him go, which then ultimately results in a breakaway. And Thunderbirds score. Kind of a frustrating situation there. It looks like a little bit of interference was run, tangling up our player down in the offensive zone. Referee didn't see enough of an infraction. The goal's going to stand. Thunderbirds are up 2-0. On the ice for Rampage, you've got Vassy, catcher, and looks like Brody Lewis. Mendy and Markey on defense. Markey's going to go and chip the puck up towards the red line. Puck ends up back in the Rampage zone for half second. They're able to get the puck out towards the neutral zone. Vassy trying to get possession of the puck and head in the zone, but it's like we had someone still stuck in the zone, which is going to be an offsides. About 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first period. Thunderbirds look to get the puck up the ice. Then he gets there, tries to shoot it. Blocked off by Thunderbirds player. They've got possession behind the net. They try to work it out in front. Hit away by the Rampage player. They get a good shot off, but Markey gets a good stick, which is going to deflect that puck up and out of play. So we're going to have an in-zone face-off. It's going to be to Logan's right. On the ice for Rampage, you've got Hardy, Bogey, and Pasta. Mendy and Markey. Faceoff goes back to Thunderbirds. Defender who's unable to hold the puck in. Bogey comes away with it. Trying to advance down into their zone. He's got it on the half wall, down in the offensive zone. Works it down low. Thunderbirds come away with it. They go D to D, looking to break out. Coming up the boards. Wall to the middle. They're able to get into the Rampage zone. They try to drive to the puck. Rampage players do a good job forcing them wide. Gets a weak shot on net. Rampage are able to handle. Puck goes the other way. Huddy's working up the ice. Gets it out in front. Thunderbirds are able to intercept that. Try to get it out. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Christie passes over to Huddy. Huddy's going to go back to Nicky. Looks like regrouping. Trying to head up the ice. Little misfire there on the pass. Thunderbirds trying to step up, but they were offsides. On the ice for Rampage, you've got Bastien, Lou, and Stacy, Coop and Sherm. Rampage able to come away with it. They get a shot, goes up high and over the net. Puck's down in the corner. Thunderbirds come out with it. They try to make a pass up front. It's intercepted. They get a shot towards the net, which goes wide. Sherm breaking it up the ice. Gets it up to Bastien. Tries to hit center, break it through the middle. It's intercepted. Thunderbirds regroup, looking to head back up the ice. They got possession, driving wide. They're down below the goal line. Gonna dump it back down in the corner. Coop's gonna go provide some resistance down low. Great job stepping up there. Puck comes out to Jacob Blue. He gets it over to Bastien. Bastien makes a move around one guy, still with possession of the puck, heading down to the end. He goes around another. Puck ends up down below their goal. Thunderbirds end up coming away with possession. They're looking to head up the ice. Taking it wide. Markey makes a good step up. Then he goes behind the net, hit the puck. Huddy comes, offers some support. Puck goes over to the far side. They're able to work it up the boards. Markey's there, tries to get it out towards the middle. Thunderbirds were able to intercept that. They got possession. They regroup back in their end, looking to head up the ice. Stood up at the blue line. Able to stay onsides there. Rampage with the puck. Momentarily, Thunderbirds come away with it. They're looking to head back out up the ice. Hostler really being a mosquito out there, being a pest, which is always a good thing. Thunderbirds shoot the puck down. It does not result in an icing. Trying to work the puck up the boards. Comes out to the middle. Catcher gets a stick on it momentarily. Thunderbirds looking to come back in. Oh, they make a good low shot on net, which kicks out a nice juicy rebound, but Logan was there for both of them. Good little chip and chase by Markey coming out of the zone. Take a pass across to Lewis. It doesn't connect. Ultimately results in an offsides. We've got 1 minute left in this first period. On the ice, you've got Catcher, Vassy, looks like Lewis, Nikki, and Christy on the back end. Face-off's one back to Nikki. Nikki goes and shoots it in. Thunderbirds retreat. They try to break out. Rampage getting a little bit of a forecheck on, making it a little bit difficult for them to get out. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Christie's able to step up, get possession of it, dumps it back in. Rampage offense goes back to work. Thunderbirds looking to break the puck out up the boards. A lot of traffic there. Christie's able to hold it in. Got help from a few other blue jerseys. Being physical on the wall there. Rampage able to get the puck back down low. They went off for a change, so not much of a forecheck. And the Thunderbirds are able to break it out. They're looking to dump the puck in. Going in, Christie goes back, takes a little bit of a hit. He's able to work it around. Rampage able to get out of the zone. Thunderbirds looking to try to get possession. Nikki steps up, makes a new friend. You got 3 seconds left in the period. And that's going to bring your first period to an end. Rampage are down 2-0. And we'll be back in a minute. All right, we're back for the second period. Yeah, Huddy, Haas, and Dottie with Coop and Sherm. The second period's underway. Rampage momentarily had possession. Thunderbirds able to kind of get possession, try to get something towards the net. Shot goes high and wide. Sherm looking to clear it around the boards. We get a favorable bounce. Puck ends up back in the Thunderbird zone. Dottie's on. Haas steps up. Dottie's able to keep the puck in. Haas tried to go back to his defenseman just so we could get a change. Rampage dumped it back in. Thunderbirds breaking the puck up the ice. Pass doesn't connect. It's going to end up in an icing. Rampage will get an offensive zone faceoff. We got Ketcher, Vassy, and Lewis. Markey and Mendy. Rampage win the draw. Try to get it back. Vassy ends up with it. Tries to get the puck out front. Puck ends up back on Mendy's stick. He tries to get it to the net. Gets blocked out front. Thunderbirds able to head up the ice. A good back check there. Able to get the puck away from him. Thunderbirds get possession back. They make a really good move. Toe drag move in the corner down there. Able to get an unbelievable tough angle. Shot off. Not much really Logan could do there. Rampage are going to be down 3-0. Got Huddy, Bogey, and Pasta. Nikki and Christie. Thunderbirds with possession, a little bit of a neutral zone duo. Nikki trying to get the puck deep. Thunderbirds able to get a stick on it, keep it out. Finally, Rampage able to get possession of the puck, dump it in. And Bogey comes down, lays a hit. Good pressure by Bogey there. Thunderbirds defender was forced to just ice the puck. We're going to have an offensive zone face-off. It's like Bastien, Lou, and Stacy. And we got Christy and Nikki. It's going to be an offensive zone face-off to Thunderbird goalie's right.
Let's go, G!
Puck goes down below Thunderbird goal line here. They try to work it up. Rampage built a wall there at the blue line. Unable to get the puck out. Looks like Stacy comes away with it. He's making a few moves. Really gets swallowed up there. A lot of players. Thunderbird's able to come away with the puck. Get it out of the zone. Rampage looking to try to get the puck back in the zone, but unable to get on sides. It's going to an offsides face-off outside of the offensive zone. Same group of players, with the exception of Sherman Coop. So puck's on the half wall. A bit of a battle there. Comes back to Sherm. Sherm winds up. It's a big shot. Gets the puck out of the zone. A little bit of a mishandle by Thunderbird's defender. But they come back with possession. Take it to the net. Able to successfully score on that opportunity. Rampage come out. They get across the red line. They're going to dump. And Coop, first one there, chips it back down below their net. Bastien's giving chase. Looks like Thunderbirds are able to skate the puck up. Ultimately walled off. Looks like Sherm makes a D-to-D pass. Coop has to take a big hit to make a play, but it looks like Huddy comes in, is able to break through, trying to find someone in his trailer. And the Thunderbirds like a cross check. Player Coop looks a little bit took a little bit of a bruise there. I'm sure he's going to be fine. Very tough kid. Good opportunity by Rampage there. They're going to be on the power play. We've got 12:58 left in the second period. We've got Huddy, Haas, and Dottie up front with Markey and Mendy. Thunderbirds able to win the faceoff. They go D-to-D. Able to break it out, chip it in deep. They were on the wrong side of the red line, so that's going to be an icing. Be an offensive zone faceoff for Rampage. Rampage still going with the same lineup. We've got Huddy, Dottie, Haas, Markey, Mendy. Faceoff's down. It's kind of in the ref skates. Comes back to Markey. Markey tries to get a shot off. Gets blocked by the Thunderbirds player. Comes out of the zone. Mendy's able to get that away from him. Thunderbirds come back with possession. They're working down the boards. Dottie makes a really good step up. Someone else steps up there. Looks like Haas. Puck's down on the corner. Rampage battling, trying to get possession. Comes around the other side. The Thunderbirds player tries to step out in front. Dottie was there, steal the puck away from him, starts heading up the ice. Haas takes a big hit, tries to make a play. Rampage able to stay with the puck and get it into the zone. Thunderbirds finally able just to chip it out. Markey goes back. He's got his head up, looking for a pass, hits Vassy. Vassy attack in the middle. Gets a shot off, goes high and wide. Thunderbirds elect to just shoot it out of the zone. Got enough legs to be an icing? No, doesn't. They waved off icing. Nikki was the first one there. Reverses it back to Christy. Christy's able to work it up. Nikki jumps in, gets the puck in the middle. It's like a offsides call. On the ice for your Rampage, you've got catcher Vassy Lewis with Christy and Nikki on defense. Rampage able to win the puck. They go D to D. Nikki gets across. Blue line dumps it in behind the net. Catcher on the forecheck comes away with the puck from behind the net. Tries to make a move. Thunderbirds able to knock the puck away from him. He gets it back, but he works it up to the defense. Gets a shot towards the net. Gets deflected wide. Rampage able to hold the puck in the zone. Thunderbirds trying to go up the same set of boards. Rampage doing a good job of sealing that off. They're able to make a play. The only play they had was to shoot it down the ice for an icing. Good offensive pressure there by Rampage. Stepping on the ice, it's going to be Huddy, Pasta, Bogey. Good to see Coop. Okay. He's back out on the ice with Sherman. 10 minutes, 57 seconds left in the second period. Thunderbirds able to come away. Puck on the faceoff. They shoot it to the other side. Try to break it out. Huddy intercepts that pass. Thunderbirds able to move down the ice. They get across the blue line, take a long distance shot. And Logan's able to glove that. We're going to have a whistle. The face-off to Logan's left. Thunderbirds come away with possession. They try to get a shot from the point, which goes wide. It's hard to see from this far away. Thunderbirds down below the net, trying to work out towards the front. You switch sides of the rink, bring it over on this side. Looks like Coop steps up. It's a good pass over to Huddy behind the net, and then Coop takes off. And he's still with possession of the puck, working his way towards the middle, gets a shot, just goes wide. Pasta takes a big hit there. Thunderbirds able to move the puck out. They just shoot it down the ice. Markey goes back to get it. I'm sorry, that looks like Mendy. Gets it over to Coop. Coop's got it up to Bastine. How is this offsides? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that's offsides, but nonetheless, we're going to have a whistle. We're going to have a whistle on the ice. You've got Stacy, Bastine, and Lou with Markey and Mendy. A bit of a stalemate there off the face-off. Puck's still kind of bouncing around the neutral zone here, right around the red line. Thunderbirds finally come away with possession, head into the Rampage zone. They go wide, hit the brakes, do an escape turn, go to the far point, gets a shot on net. Logan makes a great save, a little bit of scramble in front. Thunderbirds come away with possession. They got it down in the corner. Finally run into some resistance from the Rampage. A little bit of a misfire on the clearing attempt. Puck comes back to Thunderbirds, who were able to get a shot off. Puck comes out in front. And looks like Markey just gets it out of danger. A little backhand sauce pass out of the zone. Thunderbirds with possession again, enter the zone. Bastine breaks up a play, tries to clear it up the boards. Thunderbirds defender steps up. Thunderbirds are able to keep the puck in. Puck goes behind the Rampage net. Ooh, big hit by... looks like Grayson Stacy really took his man out there. Puck comes down into the Thunderbird zone. Goalie tries to make a long stretch pass, almost worked, but ends up as an icing. Have an offensive zone face-off. We got Huddy, Dottie, and Haas, Nikki, and Christie. Face-off's down. Thunderbirds get possession of it. They shoot it around the boards. They're able to break up the puck. And on this side, they attack. They take a long-range shot. Logan handles that nicely. Thunderbirds D steps up, tries to get it around Huddy. Huddy strips him of the puck. He's heading back up the ice. He's got Haas. Haas is out. Great defensive back check by the Thunderbirds player. Able to pick Haas's pocket. Thunderbirds head back out the ice. Gets around Nikki. They're able to get a shot off. Logan's able to manage that one. Thunderbirds with possession of the puck up on the blue line. They try to get a shot towards the net. Kind of trickles its way in there. Fortunately, Logan's able to cover it for a whistle. At 7 minutes, 44 seconds left in the second period. I'm not sure or not if they're going to do an ice cut halfway through. But it would be right around now if they were going to do that. Yep, looks like they're going to resurface the ice. So we'll resume the second period when the Zamboni's done. It's your Rampage. Head into the locker room. All right, welcome back. Halfway through the second period. Rampage are down 3-0. Face-off's going to be to Logan's left. So we've got Huddy, Haas, and Dottie with it's like Coop and Sherm on defense. Rampage able to come away with the puck, looking to break out. Huddy makes a move on a defender. It's around one. Other guy knocks Huddy off the puck. Thunderbirds try to break it out. Haasler makes a huge hit. Jumps off the ice. Vassy jumps on. Thunderbirds able to clear it out to the center. Coop goes D to D. Over to Sherm. Sherm goes back across the ice to Dottie. Thunderbirds try to shoot the puck out of the zone. Dottie cuts that off. Brody Lewis giving chase. Thunderbirds reverse directions of the ice. Move the puck up to the center. They get across the red line, dump it in. Puck's behind Logan. Thunderbirds get there first. However, Rampage able provide some resistance. Trying to get the puck out of the zone. Big collision there along the boards. Tough to see from my perspective who's in the middle of all that. The catcher. Long distance shot. Thunderbirds. Logan handles that easily. Rampage get the puck back, but they shoot it down the ice. Be an icing. Coming on the ice for Rampage, you've got Huddy, Bogey, Costa. It's like Nikki and Christy. Huddy steps in for the face-off. He's able to win it back down to the corner. Over to Nikki. Nikki shoots it around the boards. Pasta just not able to get there in time, or Bogey, I'm sorry. Maybe it was Pasta. Thunderbirds able to keep the puck in the zone. They shoot it back down in the corner. Nikki goes back. Battle chips it up. Gets it up to Huddy. Huddy's got his head down. He's full head of steam. Tries to get the puck over in the middle. Doesn't connect with Bogey. Thunderbirds able to head back the other way. Try to get around Christie. Christie makes a very good defensive play, driving his player into the boards, into the corner. Puck goes to the other side. Nikki steps up. Got Huddy down there offering support as well. Thunderbirds able to walk out of the corner. They get a shot that gets deflected up and out of play. 5 minutes, 35 seconds left in this second period. Rampage are down 3-0. Coming on the ice, looks like you got Stacy, Lou, Bastine, Sherman, and Coop. I think Stacy's going to get kicked out of the face-off circle. Bastine steps in. Thunderbird's able to get a shot on net. Goes wide off the face-off. Coop battling behind the net. So Jake steps down. They're able to get it up the boards. We get a good little chip. Jake picks up the puck. He's heading down. Tries to do a little toe drag and shot. The shot gets blocked. Thunderbird's able to head back up the ice. A good pass up the middle. Trying to make a move around Coop. That didn't work. Puck ends up down in the corner. Coop's still battling. Jake down there. Gets high off the glass. Goes off the glove of the defender. Comes out of the zone. Coop giving chase. Thunderbirds forced to shoot it down. Puck ends up going on Logan, so it doesn't go for an icing. Sherm tries to clear it out. Thunderbirds come away with possession. They try to work it toward the front of the net. Run into a little bit of traffic. They cycle the puck back down low. Thunderbirds have possession of the puck down below. Try to go the other way. Down below the net. Thunderbirds player hits on the brakes, able to buy himself some time and space. Try to get the puck out in front. Brings it up to the D. D gets a good shot off from the point. Logan fights that one off. Goes down into the corner. An extended shift for Rampage players. Need to get a whistle here. Catcher's giving chase. They're able to go back up, low to high, up to Z. They go D to D. Get a shot on net. Ends up going high and wide. Dottie tries to get the puck out. Got Huddy and Dottie out there. It's like Bastien's coming off for a change. Sherm's coming off for a change. New players are able to get back out on the ice. Puck does come out of the zone. Thunderbirds regroup. To head back in, they just dump it in. Markey goes back, gives chase. It's coming around the other side. Able to force a turnover there, the Thunderbirds are. They're looking to try to get the puck out towards the front of the net. They win the foot race there. Player blows a tire, loses his footing. Rampage are able to get the puck and get it out of the zone. Thunderbirds regroup, they go D to D. Catcher steps up. It's a big hit right down here. These guys are tangled up. Plays down at the other end. Thunderbirds able to get a shot off from that. Gets partially deflected. Ends up going wide. Thunderbirds have possession of the puck. They work it up to the defenseman. Steps in, takes a shot, looking for a tip. Ends up going wide. Get the puck behind the net. Looks like Hossler is going to be called for a tripping call here. Tangled up with a player behind the net there. Catcher gets possession of the puck, and whistle's blown. Rampage be killing a penalty. 2 minutes, 28 seconds left in the second period. On the ice, you've got Huddy and Lewis, Christy and Nikki. Huddy's able to win that draw back down into the corner. That looks like Christie shoots it over to the other side. Huddy comes out with possession, trying to make a play to the net. Thunderbirds defender makes a really good play on him. Thunderbirds able to get possession of the puck, and they head up the ice. Christie steps up, disrupts the play. Thunderbirds still trying to get possession. Looked like an elbow from here from the Thunderbirds player. Nasty hit there, no call. They get a shot to the net through some traffic. Looks like Logan was screened there, and they went ahead and scored. It's going to be a power play goal for the Thunderbirds. It's going to be 4-0. Rampage looking to get a little bit of a spark of an offense. On the ice looks like it's Huddy, Pasta, and Bogey, Sherm, and Coop. Huddy's able to win the draw back to Coop. Coop make a breakout pass up. Ends up down in the offensive zone. Bogey steps in. Little play. Sherm tries to get a one-timer. Misfires on that. Thunderbirds come away with the puck. They reverse directions of the ice. They're trying to break it out. Looks like Huddy was the first one there, able to keep the puck down deep. He's got the puck, looks to go up to the D. Not sure that they were on the same page there, but nonetheless, Thunderbirds able to head down into the Rampage zone. Puck's down in the corner right now. I'm at the very opposite end of this, so it's hard to see who's in there kind of mixing things up. Got a lot of players on the boards. Thunderbirds do come away with the puck. They're able to get into the zone. Guy takes a shot. Again, I'm not understanding what's going on with these refs. I mean, it's an offsides, Rampage's favor, but we're about 4 seconds late on that, so I'm not really sure what's going on. But nonetheless, that puck did go into the net. It's not going to count as a goal. It is offsides. So Rampage are going to reset. We got Stacy, Bastien, and Lou with Mendy and Markey. Thunderbirds try to come away out in front, but the Rampage come away with the puck. Jake's got it wide. He drops it off for Stacy. Stacy gives it back to Bastine in the corner. Bastine finds open defender out front. We get a shot towards the net. Goes a little bit wide. Markey's able to hold the puck in. Rampage still very aggressive forecheck. Thunderbirds able to finally get the puck out. A couple Rampage players going in for a change. Huddy jumping on the ice. You got catcher on the ice. A little bit of a sloppy change there. Players that were left on Rampage kind of hung out to dry down. Nonetheless, Thunderbirds are able to get the puck in the back of the net. They're going to be up 5-0. There's 3.9 seconds left. This one feels a little bit self-inflicted with very slow change. That's going to bring us to the end of the second period. Rampage are down 5-0. Rampage looking for a spark of offense. See if we can find that here in the beginning of the third period. It's a few minutes and we'll be back momentarily. All right, we're back for the third period. Rampage looking to put a dent in this score. You got Huddy, Dottie, Hostler, Christy, and Nikki out on the ice. Rampage get possession of the puck. Nikki goes over to Huddy. Huddy looking to get in. I'm not sure what this whistle is for. It's like we've got matching penalties. A little bit tangled up behind the play. Is he? I don't know. The guy just called it tripping.
It was a tripping against that head next to Grayson, right? He didn't trip us.
Yeah, I couldn't tell from this angle.
On sportsmanlike.
So we are going to have coincidental penalties. They put. Looks like Hostler got tangled up with one of the Thunderbird players. Penalties are going to wash, so we're going to be 5-on-5. Out on the ice, you've got. It's like Huddy, Dottie. I think that's Jacob Blue in place of Haas. We got Nikki and Christy on the back end. We've got some scoreboard issues here. They're showing only 9 seconds ran off. Penalties keep going on the board and coming off the board.
I didn't see what happened.
Looks like they've got the scoreboard sorted out. They actually pulled both penalties off the board since they're coincidental. They're going to have to wait for a whistle after the 2 minutes to be able to be let free. Anyway, face-off's down. Thunderbirds looking to break it out. Rampage able to hold it in, try to get it deep again. They work the puck out to the outside. Dottie gets a shot on net. Rampage trying to come get possession of the puck. Nikki gets a shot towards the net, gets blocked down in front. Thunderbirds looking to break out. Send it up the middle. You get a favorable stick deflection. Buddy tries to backhand it, just get it out of the zone. The Thunderbirds player was there, able to hold it off. Puck comes around the other side. Thunderbirds player steps up, but Buddy went and introduced himself. Puts him on his wallet. Rampage looking to get the puck out of the zone. Thunderbirds come off the half wall, get a shot to the net. It goes wide. You get the puck. They're looking to cycle it back down low. Nikki goes and gives chase. Thunderbirds player with possession. Skating up towards the D, tries to go D to D. Dottie was there, picked that off, gets it over to Huddy. Huddy's gets it in deep. He tries to shoot it up the boards, thinking that a defenseman was there, but we were in the middle of a change. And now it looks like Coop, Sherm, Vassy, Lewis, and Ketcher out on the ice. Thunderbirds get possession of the puck. They're able to get into the Rampage zone, get a favorable bounce, comes back. They're able to get a shot off. Logan manages that one nicely. Thunderbirds try to cycle it back down low, gets intercepted. Thunderbirds player tries to make a move to the net. Catcher makes a great defensive play, is able to get the puck out of the zone, but Thunderbirds back on offense. They get a shot to the net. Logan fights that one off. Thunderbirds keep it down low. Goes to the far corner. They step up. They try to go low to high over to the D and chip it out into the middle. Nobody home. Play comes over to the corner, goes back up to the D, gets a shot on net, hits traffic in front, ends up in the corner. It's like it looks like Ketcher battling one of the guys. They try to get out front. Coop comes away with the puck. Is able to stay with it long enough, get it up to Lewis. Lewis is going to dump and change. It's like a wholesale change here. Got Huddy, Pasta, Bogey with Mendy and Markey. Thunderbirds looking to get the puck out. They just chip it up and out. Able to create a little bit of disruption. Puck ends up back behind Rampage goalie. They're trying to break it up the boards. Thunderbirds D-man steps up. Able to keep the puck in. Puck's below the net. Huddy and Markey all battling. Thunderbirds player. Puck comes up to Bogey. Bogey makes a good pass to the middle to Mendy. Mendy gets it out of the zone. It's a little chip off the glass. Huddy's there. Huddy gets it over to Bogey. We get a quick shot on net. And look at that. Your Rampage. Get a goal. We're 12 minutes, 32 seconds. Pretty good hard work and shift there by Rampage. Looked like pretty much everyone, I think, touched the puck before Bogey ultimately gets a shot on net, which goes in. Great hard work by Huddy. Really set that up, track that puck down, get it over to the middle. So Rampage now down 5-1. Jacob Blue trying to get the puck down deep. Rampage getting a little bit more offensive zone time, which is great. On the ice, you've got Bastine, Lou, and Stacy with Christy and Nikki. Bastine able to get the puck down deep. Avoids a pretty big hit. Rampage able... Well, I'm sorry, Thunderbird's able to get the puck out of the zone, but Rampage tried to turn it around. A bit of a unique play there where he finds Thunderbirds get an opportunity. A little too close to comfort. Nicky's got the puck. He's going to go to the opposite. Christie's got his head up looking for a play pass. Kind of fans on him a little bit, but nonetheless was able to keep it going with his feet. Huddy comes away with the puck. He's looking to go wide, get something to the net. Looks like Huddy scores. All right. I'm not sure if that was Huddy or... Yeah, it looks like it was Huddy. He's going to go first in the line. You have Bastine up in the play as well. It's hard to see from this perspective, but nonetheless, what matters is we got another goal. So Rampage are down 5-2.
Showing 6-1.
They're wrong, we're right. Scoreboard at the rink here, doing everything they can to try to give Thunderbirds an advantage. They put 6 goals up on the board. There you go, they just changed it. The score that's on the video should be accurate. We're at 5-2. Got 11 minutes, 27 seconds. Clock's not started. The scorekeeper's really struggling. The clock hasn't started at all. Anyway, Hudson's coming back. We're going into the offensive zone. Get a shot on net. Puck's down behind the Rampage zone. It's like Coop. He's got possession with it. Tries to get a pass up the middle to catcher. Coop finally able to stick with it. Thunderbirds get the puck back into the Rampage zone. They're behind the net. Catcher steps up. Trying to separate the Thunderbirds player from the puck. There you go. Finally catches enough piece of them. Puck comes out of the zone. Thunderbirds have to go back and regroup. They go D to D, looking to head back up the ice. Mendy there steps up. Really good defensive play. Sticking with him on the angling. Thunderbirds player just gets a shot towards the net. Logan will kick that out of harm's way. Markey gets the puck, tries to shoot it around. Brody just a half second behind there. Good stick by Markey. Trying to get back up. Thunderbirds D able to keep it in. Rampage go out the other side. Get it up. They're able to get it out of the zone. Thunderbirds get possession back. And they're able to try to work their way into the zone. Markey gets a good stick on it. Gets outside the zone. Thunderbirds try to shoot it in. Markey again with another good stick. Able to get it out. But now Thunderbirds are coming in. They're trying to drive the net. They go behind the net. Rampage collapse in on the skater there. They get a pass up to their defenseman who gets a shot on the net. Logan handles that one. Catcher's with it. He's got some composure. Gets it over to Markey. Markey looks up the middle for a stretch pass to Vassy, a little bit behind him. It's going to end up in an icing. The right idea.
Go, Hugo! Let's go, Christy!
On the ice for Rampage, you've got Huddy, Bogey, Pasta, Christy, and Nikki. Face off ends up going to the other corner. Pasta's there first. Gets it over to Nikki. Nikki's going to go back the other direction, back over to Pasta. The ref kind of gets in his way there. Thunderbirds able to keep it in. They get something towards the net. Ends up going wide. Nikki's able to get a breakout pass to Huddy. Huddy's going to chip it in deep. Rampage give chase. Although Thunderbirds are able to make a good pass out of the zone, they're heading back up the ice. They try to make a pass into the middle. Christie comes in the last second, kind of disrupts that. Trying to get possession. Rampage able to chip it out of the zone, forcing Thunderbirds to regroup, retreat. Puck's back in Rampage zone. Christie shoots it up the boards. It's going to end up in an icing, so we're going to have a defensive zone face-off. We got Stacy, Lou, and Bastine with Coop and Sherm. Yep, Coop and Sherm. Rampage are able to win the face-off. Coop's going to try to fire it around. Defenseman steps up on Jake. Jake gets a good chip out of the zone. Colorado Thunderbirds end up back with possession. And then Jake gets it back to, tries to go back to Sherman. Sherman just winds up for slap shot, I guess, trying to just clear it out of the zone.
Good job, Sherman!
Thunderbirds try to break into the zone. Sherman makes a great defensive play to take away any opportunity. Coop trying to work his way up the boards. Thunderbirds actually trying to clear it out. Ends up in the belly of Jacob Lou. He carries the puck across the blue line, but I'm guessing we had other players offsides. So we're going to have a whistle. On the ice for Rampage, you've got Huddy Dottie Hostler with Mindy and Markey. Thunderbirds able to win the face-off back to their defensemen. They work it up the boards. Try to enter the zone, but they're offsides. It was a good stick, I'm guessing, by Mendy. Kind of broke up that pass a little bit, creating that disruption, causing the offsides. Got 8 minutes and 12 seconds left. Thunderbirds are able to win the face-off. They go D to D. Enter the zone wide. Woo! What an unbelievable save by Logan. Thunderbirds make a move on the Rampage defender, get around one, and get the puck out in front. They get a really good one-timer off, but Logan flashes the leather and takes that opportunity away. Great save. So on the ice, you've got Ketcher, Vassy, and Lewis, and Nikki and Christie. Puck comes back to Christie. Christie tries to shoot it around. Vassy steps up. Colorado ends up with possession. They're able to hold the zone, get it back down in deep.
Go, Christy, go! Yeah! Go,
Christie looking to make some friends this shift, it looks like. A lot of the Thunderbird players aren't looking to make friends with Christie. But nonetheless, Nikki has it, trying to break it out on the far side. Thunderbird's able to step up and get a shot on net, but Logo's able to neutralize that. Coming up the ice for Rampage, you've got Pasta, Bogey, and Huddy with Christy and Nikki. Huddy wins the draw over to the half wall. Thunderbirds are able to get there first, get a pass out to their defender who gets a shot towards the net. Christie tries to clear it out. Their D is able to hold it in. Christie reverses directions, tries to go the other way. Pasta a half sec behind that. Thunderbirds defender is able to keep it in. Puck comes down deep. Got Huddy and Christie battling in the corner. Thunderbirds able to come away with the puck momentarily, but it's like Nikki was able to neutralize that pretty quick. Pasta gets a good breakout pass over to Bogey. Bogey tries chipping into the middle, just slightly behind Huddy. Thunderbirds trying to get into the zone. Huddy takes him down. Puck ends up deep. Coop tries to quickly flip it over. They try to get the puck out in the middle. Logan makes a great stick out there, makes a great effort to break up that play. Thunderbirds able to get some offensive zone time. They get it out in front. They find a guy that's completely unattended, and unfortunately for Rampage, they're able to put one in the back of the net. So we're going to be at 6-2 with 6 minutes, 18 seconds left. You got Stacy, Lou, Bastine, Briggs, and Sherman out on the ice. A stalemate on the face-off, but Thunderbirds are able to come away with the puck, enter the zone. They try to get a shot. Coop blocks it. Try to get a puck up to the D. Jacob Blue was able to get a stick on that. Puck came out momentarily. They were trying to get back into the zone. Thunderbirds finally able to get the puck back in the zone. Sherman just tries to shoot it up the boards. Gets out of the zone. Boards trying to give chase. Thunderbirds able to make a long stretch pass. They get it over. Take a pass out in the middle. Get a shot on net. Logan was able to handle that one nicely. Looks like we've got a penalty. An interference call. Like Jacob Blue was able to draw a penalty. Looks like your Rampage are going to go in the power play. We've got 5 minutes, 25 seconds left. We've got Huddy, Haas, and Dottie. Markey and Mendy. All right, Rampage with possession of the puck. Huddy goes to Haas. Haas got the puck around the blue line, trying to get. Looks like he was looking for a pass to Huddy. Gets intercepted. Mendy's first one back, chips it back up to Huddy. Bounces over his stick, goes to the Thunderbirds defender. They go D to D. They're able to break it out up the middle. They get across the red line and just dump it in. They send one guy softly. Markey's back there. Markey ties up the player. Haas gets it, tries to shoot it up the boards. Comes over to Huddy. Huddy's going to go cross ice to Dottie. We get across the zone. Dottie steps in, gets a shot on net. Couldn't tell if that was wide or if goalie made a save. Huddy back with the puck. Makes a move at the blue line. Starting to work his way downhill. Gets a shot towards the net. Goalie makes a save. Ends up behind the net. Hostler gets the puck. Looks like he tries to go up to his defensive partner who wasn't on the board. So the puck comes out of the zone. All the way down. Mendy regroups. Gets the puck. Goes up to Haas. Haas looking to make a pass up the middle. It goes through everyone, but icing's going to be waved off. A little bit of a line change. Vassie giving chase. Lewis able to hold the zone. Gets it back deep. Rampage offense trying to get on the forecheck. Puck does come out of the zone. Christie goes over to Nikki. And unsuccessful getting back into their zone. Thunderbirds able to break the puck out, head up the ice, do a drop pass, get a shot on net, and Logan was able to eat that one. And it's going to be a whistle. We got 3 minutes, 44 seconds left in this game. 19 seconds left on the power play. Change of personnel for Rampage. You've got Stacy, Bastine, and Lou. Forward group. Still got Christy and Nikki. Christy gets a puck, makes a direct pass to Bastine, tries to get it through the middle. Gets intercepted, but Bastine gets it back. He's heading up the ice. He gets across the blue line, trying to get something towards the net. Ends up going behind the net. He's got possession again behind the net. He's looking to walk out. He gets the pass up to Nikki. Nikki goes back down to Bastine. Bastine goes cross ice to Christie. Their guy jumped out of the box. But the Rampage were able to get it back down deep. Thunderbirds do finally come away with the puck. They cross the blue line, take a long-range shot. Logan was able to do that. Christie said, "Hey, how are you?" That's a penalty. I'm not sure why the referee didn't like that. I mean, it's a completely clean hit, nothing to the head. I think that that's a very clean penalty. I don't know. At the end of the day, the ref's the one with the whistle. He's the judge, the jury, and the police officer, and I'm just the announcer. So nonetheless, Rampage are going to be shorthanded. They're able to get the puck out of the zone. Thunderbirds do get possession back at their blue line. They're looking to break up the ice. They get across the blue line, try to dish out to the side. Bogey got there first and was able to chip it out. Looks like Huddy trying to get up the... Yeah, it looks like Huddy with possession, really battling hard, getting some... Able to get a shorthanded shot towards the net. Thunderbirds able to break out. They're heading up the ice. They go wide, try to cut it in the middle. Guy's a little bit too fancy, dipsy doodly, and ends up drawing his teammates off sides. So stepping on the ice, you've got Dottie and Haas. Dottie's going to take the face-off, and you got Mendy and Markey back on D. You've got 2 minutes, 15 seconds left in the game. Another minute 15 on the power play for the Thunderbirds. They get across the Rampage blue line. They're in the zone. They look to go cross ice. Pass doesn't connect. Ends up behind the net. Mendy gives chase, able to get a good tap on the puck up the boards. Able to get it up and out of the zone, forcing Thunderbirds to have to go back and regroup. Get the puck wide, chip it into the far corner. They go low to high, D to D. They get a really good shot off on net, but Logan was able to manage that one pretty easily. We got a minute 40 left, 41 seconds left on the penalty kill. On the ice, you've got Stacy and Bastine up front with Coop and Sherm on the back end. Thunderbirds able to come away with the draw. They go D to D back to the original D, try to get a shot on net. Able to get a good shot block in front. Thunderbirds player tries to come out and do the Michigan. Hopefully next time we're able to recognize that a little bit more and absolutely bury him. Coop is able to come out with the puck. He advances it over into the Thunderbirds' end. They try to make a long-distance breakaway pass. Sherm's able to get in there a little bit. Thunderbirds with possession of the puck. They go D to D. They're looking back door. Pass doesn't connect. Sherm's there. Chips it around over to Jacob Blue. He just lets it go through his legs and up and out of the zone. He steps up. I don't understand how that's not a penalty when the guy slashes the player who's carrying the puck stick and it comes out of its hands, but somehow all right, got 30 seconds left. Rampage able to keep it in the zone. Nicky makes a move. He goes down low. Looks like Dottie gets a puck to the net. And we're going to call a penalty on the Rampage. Nope, maybe we're not. He's got a roughing sign. I'm not sure what that whistle was for. Maybe the net came off. It's hard to tell. I'm 200 feet away from the play. Rampage were able to win it back to Christie. Juggles it a little bit. Was able to hold off a Thunderbirds player for a second. They come down into the zone. They're able to get a shot on net.
My brother supports you. How is that not a slap?
All right, so on the ice, we've got 7 seconds left. Yeah, Huddy, Haas, Dottie. Face-off goes into the corner. This one should come to a close. And your Rampage go down 6-2 this afternoon. We're going to be facing these same Thunderbirds back at Monument tomorrow. Late morning, early afternoon. I think it's right around noon time start. Let's hope we get a better result tomorrow. Seemed like the effort picked up as the game went on. Looking for a fresh start tomorrow, and hopefully we can get a victory. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.